Hello everyone, welcome to the top percentile. My name is Vidhan Agrawal. I have scored 99.99 percentile in CET 2020. And today we have Rohan Kale with us. He's currently a student at JBIMS. He had scored 99.95 percentile in CET 2022. So Rohan, could you quickly tell us something about yourself so that our aspirants know who they are looking at?
Yeah, sure, Vidhan. So, hello everyone. I'm Rohan Kale and I have scored 99.95 percentile in CET 2022. It was my first attempt at CET and I am a fresher graduated in 2022. I have completed BTech in Mechanical Engineering from VIT Pune. Although I had also appeared for CMAT 2022, where I had scored 99 percentile. And yeah, that's it.
That's great. Yeah, you had almost cracked CMAT as well. Scoring 99 plus in CMAT is not easy, so that's great. And being a fresher too, that means last में fourth year में final exams के साथ prepare करना, it's a task. So, Rohan, today we'll be discussing a very important topic, which is planned for your next 35-40 days on how to prepare for CET. You'd be knowing that the exam, they've announced that tentatively the exam is on March 18th and 19th. So currently they've got around 35-40 days. So, could you tell our aspirants what their plan should be for the next 35-40 days? And what was your plan during your preparation?
So basically, I had after my eighth semester examination, I had like 2 months of time in my CT preparation. And I knew after CMAT results, I knew that more or less my preparation needed just a little touch of consistency. So I think what students should focus on is giving more of mock tests. If you know that you can solve questions, you are good with logical reasoning and funds. You should at least focus on giving 20 mocks. And it's not just about giving mock tests, but also students should focus on giving like analysis of those mock tests. If if I know I'm committing mistakes in silogs or in complex arrangements or also in vocab, so I should not repeat those mistakes again and again. Like I have a detailed analysis. I can see, like, if you are giving a test funda mock, you can see which topics you are lagging, where your accuracy is, where you are spending more time on. So if I have seen a complex arrangement question where I have spent like 12 minutes to solve 5 questions. So it's not a deal. Every question you solve in CET, it should be at least 1 minute per question. So all these analysis is something that will help us. And another part is, if I know that there is one question which is gonna take time, so I should not solve it in my first round. So I had my arrangement like time division, that I have 150 minutes for my CET. In first around 70 to 80 minutes, I should solve more than 120 questions. Those are the easy questions. You know, you can solve it just in a go. You don't need even pen or paper. You can just solve them orally. So your first attempt should be going all 200 questions at a time, but solving at least 110 to 120 questions in 80 minutes. Then you have like, let's say, 70 minutes left. In that time, you should try to solve at least 40 to 50 questions, which are gonna take time, but you can solve them. You know, it will take time. You need to do calculations, the data integration questions, the DI questions, the quant questions. You need to solve them, and then there are like 30 questions that remain, and you know it will either take time or you can't solve them. So you should just look them and leave it. So this is how I had managed my time and had structured it, and it helped me score around like 130 or 140, whatever it was. The paper was a bit tough, and 130 was considered as a very good score in CT 2022.
Correct. So, right now, what you are telling our aspirants is that you should focus mainly on mocks and their thorough analysis for the next 35
Yeah,
40 days, considering
yeah,
they have completed their syllabus. So, Rohan,
yeah.
during your preparation, you had told us that you prepared for roughly 2 months for CET. So,
Hmm.
usme right from the start, you had started giving mocks, or like initially 1 month you were focusing on theory, learning part, and then you started off with mocks?
Yeah. So when after my eighth semester examination, I gave a mock. It was like after CMAT and CT, there was a like 2 months gap after what I was solving these mocks. So what I got was, I had scored around 100, roughly 100 marks. And 100 was, considering CT, 100 is a very like poor score. You are gonna get like 90 percentile or 95 something. So I took analysis of that. I checked which questions I like, and there were more or less the questions where I either spent more time, or the questions that I shouldn't have solved in first place. Like I should have just fluke something on them. So I knew that I needed a detailed strategy on this, and I needed analysis for, like, I did it. And later in next mock, I tried to solve the easy questions first, but still I spent more time on the wrong questions. I solved arrangement questions first. I solved the parajumble questions, and then I improved my score, but it was not again the same. So I knew I can solve it, but all I needed was a strategy. And also there are some questions for which we need to solve a lot. Like, I know Silogs looks easy, but in question if they ask you reverse Silogs, you can solve it. So I had solved like 100 questions of Silog uh, before attempting my third or fourth mock, because I had did mistakes in couple of mocks. And so when you know there is one particular topic that is not easy to do, you need to solve at least 100 questions of that, or at least 50 questions of that. So when you do different model of questions, you cannot just expect a straightforward question in CET. They might ask you a trick question. So the more variety of questions you solve, it will help. So theoretical part, I would answer, is important, but more you should focus more on solving different model of questions. So I used to refer different study materials. I used to refer different mocks from different websites. So it would help me to get a different perspective. If you are continuously giving mocks from, let's say, one particular website, you are going to get same model of questions. So it won't help on the last day. So yeah, that's it.
Got it, got it. So look at mocks from different classes. It would help you uh, get used to different difficulty levels and different types of questions. ऐसा नहीं कि only easy questions you are solving and then tough question आ गया CT में, then you are effed. So no, you don't do that. So Rohan, in around 35 to 40 days, how many mocks do you think our students should take, considering their syllabus is over? Like, what should be the frequency per week?
I think at least 20 full length mocks to do, provided that they haven't given any mock before. Because you're not going to get a perfect perspective. If you have solved like only 5 mocks and you go for the exam, there are going to be questions that you have never seen before or you have never thought before, and you only get like 5 seconds of your time to get your thought process right. So I think 20 full length mocks and as many as sectional mocks they can give. But more important part is how good they can analyze their mocks. So there are, and if they have not, like, if they don't have any particular thought like how they have to do it, I think they should refer to the TTP videos that they are available. There are a lot of mocks also.
Great. Thanks for that, Rohan. Guys, you can have a look at the TTP videos which are there on YouTube. And also you can join our course this week because we'll be having live mock analysis and live someone from one of the toppers would be taking a live mock. So you all will get an access to that as well. So according to Rohan, your last 35 and 40 days preparation should be giving mostly mocks if you're done with your syllabus. So around 3 to 4 mocks a week, but thorough analysis. एक दो mock कम दे दिया, that's fine, but analysis बहुत अच्छे से चाहिए. So you have to do that. Also go for different classes because then you get acquainted to different difficulty levels, and that would help you during your CT. So thank you so much, Rohan, for being with us. Thank you for your insights.
Sure, Vidhan. Thank you.